Good evening. Good evening. I am super excited. I'm Kanisha, and my girl Tracy is joining me. You can see her there on the screen. We are going to do our beauty trend night. I'm excited because we are featuring one of our limited edition items, and I'm going to show you some tricks and some tips that you can use to get that amazing look that you want just in time for the holidays, right? As the upcoming holidays, you kind of start getting your skin ready, start practicing that glamour, because I know a lot of you are sometimes nervous about trying glamour. So I'm here to ease that, make you more comfortable with going and trying your own glamour so that you're ready just in time as we're trending to the holidays, right? We have 4th of July coming up. We have in August, we have back to school. We have September. So we have so many different holidays coming up. So just getting you ready for those different looks. First, though, before we talk about glamour, we got to talk about what's going on underneath. What's going on underneath? We don't want just on the cover up skin that doesn't look amazing. We want to take care of what lies underneath that foundation, right? That is super important. So my girl Tracy is going to show you one of my favorite items that's going to take care of all those bumps, lumps, those wrinkles, those lines. All right, Tracy, take it away. Show them what your favorite items are.
Well, if you're looking for a super simple skincare set, this is my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. You're going to start with the 4-in-1 cleanser, the Time Wise Miracle Set, the 4-in-1 cleanser, and the benefits of this cleanser are you're going to cleanse, refresh, and exfoliate and brighten all in one product. Right? This is whatever the nighttime and morning routine is going to include this. Then in the morning, you'll move on to the antioxidant moisturizer directly on your skin, and then continue with the daytime defender sunscreen, which is SPF 30. I love these glass bottles, by the way. And then you can have an eye cream. You can add an eye cream. I actually like this Time Wise Repair Voluform eye cream. And and you can mix and match the Mary Kay products. One thing I really like is this metal sculpted applicator, and it's very refreshing. You can put it on the bottom of your eyes and the top of your eyes, and it's firming, reduces lines and crepiness, and it makes for a really good primer. So I really like this product. Now in the evening, again, you're going to start with the 4-in-1 cleanser. You can use the micellar water also to take off the makeup. And this time you're going to go in with your nighttime recovery. And I don't know if you can see the little beads, the microencapsulated beads. They do not open until you apply them. I don't know if you can see that. But within the beads, in the white beads, the white beads contain the resveratrol, and that particular product is that's one of the age-defying products that they have. That's all. I think that's also in the Voluform line. I'm pretty sure that's in other products as well. But the white, that's the white beads, and then in the pink beads, I think that contains the vitamins. Again, these beads, they don't open until you apply them to your skin, and if you see this, the containers are really like, you're not going to get oxygen to this product. That's one thing that really why I really like this product. And then again, you can add this Volu cream right here. You add that. You can have that at night as well. You can mix and match all these different products, but this is what I like to do, and it's pretty effective.
Love it. Thank you. Yes. And by the way, I love what Tracy shared that you can mix and match. And by the way, speaking of mixing and matching, the holy grail of skincare is the repair line. So the one that Tracy showed you is from mild to moderate signs of aging. So if you're just starting out about, prevention of the lines and the wrinkles, that's for you. If you want more severe, moderate to severe signs of aging, and you want to see something start working in 1 to 3 days, then this would be the line that you would use. It has the cleanser, the lifting serum, the day, the night cream, and the eye cream, like what Tracy shared. Or if you want to mix and match, my sister, I have a twin, she uses the Miracle Set eye cream in the daytime, and then she uses this one at night. Whatever you prefer, it's totally up to you. I love that you get to feature that. Well, speaking of featuring, I wanted to show you, and by the way, drop it in the chat or let your consultant know which ones are your favorite skincare items that you want to try if you haven't, or maybe if you're using the Miracle Set and you're like, okay, it's time for me to switch to the big girls line, then it's probably time to text your consultant and tell her you want a touch-up facial. By the way, you are entitled to 2 facials or 2 free sessions per Mary Kay. You are entitled to a glamour and a skincare. So this is glamour tonight we're featuring. But if you haven't had the skincare or if you haven't had a touch-up facial in a while, it's probably now a good time to let your consultant know that you are ready for a touch-up facial. So let me go ahead and see if I could do a feature solo layout. I am not going to go into the makeup, the skincare part, because I already did that. I did makeup this morning, but I am going to take my time and show you the glamour, the eye portion, and then we'll talk about even some lip trend that we have and show you one of my latest additions. I love it, the lip oil. Ooh, let me tell you, I think I love Mary Kay products, but every time they come out with something new, this I have to add to my repertoire. This I have to add to my list. So first and foremost, the colors that I am featuring tonight, I am featuring Moss, which I'm going to take it out of my palette so you can see it looks something like that. And I can actually play a lot with that color. So that's one of my colors that I'm going to feature. So you'll hear me talk about it more. The other one that I'm featuring is Merlot. So it has like deep plummy color. And last but not least, my highlighting color is Candlelight. So Candlelight looks like that. And I have this in a palette. And I like the fact that the palette looks like this. The palette is magnetized and it allows them to stick. So your eye products to stick in there. If you want to add some blush in there and other stuff, you can do that as well. So your consultant can customize the palette for you. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cleanse my eyes with the oil-free eye makeup remover. So for time purposes, I'm just going to do one eye. And what I love about the oil-free eye makeup remover, it does not leave your eyes feeling greasy. And like Tracy shared, we also have the micellar water if I want to remove my makeup. So kind of sweet before you mop. So use the micellar before you cleanse. Use the oil-free eye makeup remover to gently remove makeup. And I gently pat, and look, I did not have to scrub. I didn't have to tug. And sometimes I like to kind of use the back side and go in and just remove any excess, right? So that is me without my eyeshadow. Look, I feel so naked. So now we're going to feature my favorite, which is Moss. So I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush. So by the way, also Mary Kay's brushes, I love how we have a brush cleaner. You want to, at least once you finish using it, you could spray the brush cleaner that sanitizes as well as cleanse. And also once a week you can use Dawn soap, or some people use the micellar water as well, and you could rinse out the brush, and that will help to preserve. I'm telling you, these bristles, they stay nice for a long time. So I'm going to use my mirror. I do have this was given to me as a gift, so I do have a magnetized mirror. You can use one if you want, or Mary Kay, we have our little mirrors that were given to us as consultants. So what I'm going to do first Just make sure I get everything. I had a little shimmer. I'm gonna first just make sure that that's dry. So I'm gonna first go in on the outer corner of the eye. So I have my brush. If you're still learning, you're still new, then you probably want to go in first with the smudger brush, or you can use a crease brush. And I'm gonna start there. So I'm first using my moss, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna form a V on the outer corner of the eye, and I'll let you see what that looks like. So I'm using moss to do that. So I use my moss to go in the crease and just form that V. And just like you do a coloring book, I am going to dust off any excess. And then I go in with my eyeshadow brush. And then I just fill in that V. The more, if you want it to be a little bit darker, you can keep dabbing and pressing. Keep dabbing and pressing. Keep dabbing and pressing, right? Dab and press, dab and press, dab and press. That's the secret sauce. So look at that. Again, if you want more intense, you can add more. However, because we're going to be using another darker shade on the outside just to give it some definition, you don't need to do that. And what I'm going to do is I have my crease brush, and by the way, you can have multiple brushes. This is also a crease brush. I'm going to go in with my Candlelight, dust off the excess, and I start from here and I go in. I start from the inner corner, and don't be afraid to mess up, because guess what? Mess up means you could clean up. So look at that. That's Candlelight. And what I tend to do, I just have a nice overlap. And then what I can do, the other crease brush that I have, I just kind of use it to blend together so it blends nicely. Right? So that's that. Then what I do now, I'm going to take that Merlot that I showed you earlier, that deep purple, and I'm going to kind of go on the outer corner just to help give it a little bit more depth. Excess dusted off. So not going all the way over the moss, but just enough to add a little bit of depth. Okay. Again, you can add as little, or if you want more smokier look, you can add a little bit more of that Merlot. All right. Once you have added, and I guess because I've been doing it for a while now, it's easier. Practice makes perfect. That's the secret. The other thing that I do once I'm done, and I know I did it the opposite way. I didn't do the foundation, but I always do my eyes before I do my foundation. Reason being, it's always easier to clean up if you do it that way. The Greater Heights mascara, my new favorite. And I'm going to start from the base, wiggle, 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 and go up. So 3 colors that we use tonight. We use the Merlot, we use Moss, and we use Candlelight as our highlighting color. All right. The other thing that you can do with your highlighting color, so that same highlight Candlelight that we featured on the inner corner, that can also be used right underneath my brow area, just to highlight or make your eyes pop even more. So I have a lot of space to play with. So I put a little bit of that, and then I use my finger to blend that in. You see that? A little bit highlight, and then you use your finger to blend that in. And you can top off with your favorite eyeliner underneath, or some people just like to line the top of the eyes. The other thing I wanted to show you, which I've been really playing around with this quite a bit, for my lips, I love using the waterproof lip liner. And today I'm actually featuring the truffle. So if you've never used the truffle, It's a nice deep brown color. And I'm going to show you how once you put that on and then you pop it with the lip oil, how beautiful it looks. All right. So lining my lips first. And I have a decent full enough lips. There are little tricks that you can learn where if you want your lips to pop more, if you want to look like you have bigger lips, you can line more on the outer part of the lip. I don't need to do that. All right, so lining my lips. Then I am filling it in. Again, that coloring book look. So line, fill it in. Doing the same thing for the upper lip. Fill it in with truffle. And then once I fill it in with truffle, I'm going to top off with my berry or lip oil. And by the way, these are great at moisturizing, but it leaves your lip nice and has that nice pop of sheen. And it has 9 essential oils. So there, put that right over my lip liner. And what do you think? So remember, moss, candlelight, Merlot on the outer corner, topped off with Greater Heights mascara. And then I lined and filled in my lips with truffle, as well as finishing off with the lip oil. By the way, I'm not sure if you're aware that every time you take home one of this lip oil, you are actually helping to donate $1 to the Mary Kay Foundation. So start holiday shopping from early and know that when you're shopping with a cause. So what do you think, Tracy?
I love that oil. I got that from my daughter. It's like a go-to thing you can just pop in your purse. It's really
Yes.
nice. And there's benefits for your skin too.
Yes. So I love that. So if you haven't tried that, talk to your consultant about trying. So I hope you guys learned something tonight. One, I mean, the different colors you can use. Two, the lip oil and also lining. You can line your lips with the lip liner that are waterproof. The other thing is the skincare, taking care of what's underneath that makeup, what's underneath that foundation. So skincare, your go-to, Miracle Set or the Repair line, or if you tend to have acne, they have different lines. They have a different line for acne. They have actually now a line for men. And you heard Tracy talk about resveratrol. It's actually now in the men's skincare as well. So that is from grape skin extract, and that has antioxidants that helps you to protect your skin because our skin is exposed to toxins all day long. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Share with your consultant and share also with friends. Book a follow-up session and invite your girlfriends to come and get that glamour makeover or skincare treatment that you're entitled to get in. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting us. Even talking about the foundation or the Mary Kay opportunity, it is a great opportunity for you, especially with summer coming. Summer is here. People are looking for summer jobs. It's also something that can give you extra income, but also it gives you that freedom and flexibility to work your business. And don't tell anybody I told you this, but we actually also get half off. We don't pay full price. So yes, you get everything at half off. And so you can shop for your family and friends at a discount, but also you can also make a difference by being part of our sisterhood. So talk to your consultant. If you, there's 3 letters. There's an A, absolutely. I want to be a part of this sisterhood. B, buy me coffee. I have questions. Or C, hopefully nobody's a C. I'd rather stand at the side of the road with a sign that says we'll work for food rather than work with this consultant. So hopefully nobody's a C. So anyway, talk to your consultant. Let her know that you enjoyed tonight. You wanted to learn more about what we tried. And also, if you are interested in the opportunity, you could talk to her about that as well. Tracy, any closing thoughts before we close out for the night?
No, I
No.
can't think of anything. I'm just thinking about I took some notes on your color combination though. Hopefully
Ah,
the other people did as well. And what color was the lip oil again?
I did the berry over the truffle.
Okay, berry over the
Yep.
truffle. Okay, it looks
But but
beautiful.
but guess what, guys? You can even do the rose over that. It would make it a little bit lighter. But either one of those is perfect. I love both of them. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for supporting your consultant by hopping on and reach out to her and give her the names of your friends who you know would love a pampering session. Thank you, ladies. Have a great evening and dream. Continue to dream big. Take care.